For the late start, but I got 4:34 on my
Oh, yeah,
phone.
it is.
So
Yeah, I got to.
I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask Lynn for a roll call for attendance of the board.
McDonald?
Here.
Brakefield?
Here.
Cyrowski?
Here.
Flood?
Here.
Wappel? Excused. Bourgeot? Excused. Payne? Excused. Kelch? Here. Arnett is excused. Pearson? Excused. Curtis?
Here.
Okay.
All right. We would stand for respects to the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Careful there, man.
Oh.
Who's your chair down? You're placed on that bad boy. You're good? You're a little embarrassed, but you're good.
I saw him push you.
Back in the saddle.
I shoved him, but I didn't know I shoved him that hard.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The board has before it an agenda for this meeting. Are there any questions, changes? If none, a
I
motion
move
to...
to approve the agenda.
I'll second. God, I gotta be faster. Okay.
All in favor of the motion to approve the agenda as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Moving on to the minutes, which you just received. Once you've had a chance to look at them, we would be open for a motion to approve or amend.
I move to approve the minutes as submitted.
I'll second.
All those in favor of the motion to approve the minutes as presented, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay, the minutes are approved.
Thanks, Chris.
And with that, we'll ask Lynn for her report.
Oh, sure. Good afternoon, everybody. Ride numbers for March were 3,669 with our 19 routes, and we're up 12% from last year. Total mileage for March was 51,781, and that's up 13% from last year. Our 12/31/22 audit is complete, and our audit report is included this month for your approval. It was prepared by Ramey Phillips, CPA. It's a clean opinion with no management letter items. The assets of NODA exceeded its liabilities by $4,430,727, which was our net position, with $2,824,836 being unrestricted net position to be used to meet the ongoing obligations of NODA. NODA's fund balance increased by $561,920, and the net position increased by $495,995 due to the grants and the ERTC money that we received. The $3 million invested with Michigan Class has earned over $20,000 in the last couple months, with over $12,000 earned in April. The interest earned more than doubles the $5,000 a month we receive now in rent from our tenants. We continue to meet with Oakland County and the providers on slowly integrating new services. We've also had multiple meetings with SMART and the integration of the new dispatch system, which is going to be Adept IQ. And it's going to be given free to NODA, WODA, and OPC from SMART, along with new M-Slate tablets, which are hardwired into the vehicles. These M-Slates are hooked to a wireless connection, and they provide voice and connection and text connections for our drivers to dispatch. Next week, I'll be attending the CTAA National Expo Transportation Conference in Oklahoma City, along with Dan Whitehouse from SMART and WODA. Mike has been training Nigel Barnett, one of our drivers, to help him on various operations issues. He's been a helpful addition to me also, and he'll be joining me at the conference to help me review various vendors, especially the EV vendors that were going to be there at the conference. Mike was unable to attend. We have to choose the 2 electric vehicles and have them on order by the end of the year. This is is that SEMCOG carbon reduction grant we received. There's a company, Lighting E-Motors, that has a transit van with a range of up to 200 miles, and they will be at the conference. This transit van, the transit van that's on the My Deal contract that we talked to only has a range of 120 miles, which doesn't work for us. In addition, Nigel will be going on to some of the breakout sessions that I can't get to. We've been working with the Wayne State Group, and we've also involved SMART, Dan Whitehouse from SMART, who's looking into the dispatch system, VODA, OPC, and Oakland County, along with discussions with VIA, who does a smart Uber-style flex system. VIA is going to partner with Wayne State Group to use their technical team to hopefully make their system better and more accessible for persons with disabilities if they win the phase 2 of the project. So they're very excited about the partnership that they're making. NODA has transferred insurance from Alliance for Nonprofits to MMRMA in order to meet the county's requirements. It's about $80,000 more in cost due to the high limits that Oakland County required. The total cost is $175,000 a year, and the large first payment was paid in April, which you'll see in the bill payments. NODA is on the agenda. We had our Planning Commission meeting on Tuesday for the parking lot expansion. It was approved, and there was a few small changes for landscape. They required like a native Michigan tree. We had to change the location of where the dumpster is because they said it was blocking the door, so we're going to put it to the back, which I've included the adjusted site plans for your review. And then I also asked them to add an additional light pole at the beginning of where we come in on the other side. It's kind of dark, so I asked them to add that. So other than that, I think we should be going, should be good. I've added to the agenda tonight discussion about the parking lot approval procedure under new business. Thank you.
I will move to receive and file the director's report.
Support. Who said support? That's it. That's competition.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Flood. Who was the second, Carl?
Yeah.
Carl determined to beat me.
Okay. All in favor of the motion to receive and file the director's report, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. We have an opportunity now for public comments, if anybody would care. Cody? All right. Hearing none, we'll move on then to the approval of financial activity. The board has received both the financial activity informational, the bills in the amount of $133,115.65, and the annual audit ending the December 31st of 2022. What is the pleasure of the council?
Move to receive and file both.
Welcome, Chris. I didn't see you. Thanks. Thanks for coming. Motion by Mr. Barnett. Is there a second? Flood?
Come on, Ed, pick it up.
Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of receiving and filing the informational activity, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Approval of bills. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the bills for April 2023 in the amount of $133,115.65.
Second.
Second by Mr. Brakefield. Any questions?
Isn't that, is that the right number, or is it?
$133,115.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I had the same question earlier, Chris.
I was looking at something
I
else.
know. Okay, any questions on the motion? Hearing none, could we have a roll call to pay the bills, Lynn, please?
Sure. McDonald?
Yes.
Brakefield?
Yes.
Cyrowski?
Yes.
Flood?
Yes.
Kelch? Yes. Barnett?
Yes.
Curtis?
Yes.
Carries. Finally, we have the receive and file the audit.
I'll make a motion to receive and file an audit from Ramey Phillips.
Support.
Any questions on the motion? It's financial related. I don't know if we need to do a
Could do a
roll
roll
call,
call
but
if you
let's
want.
do a roll call on it just to get it.
Sure. McDonald?
Yes.
Brakefield?
Yes.
Cyrowski?
Yes.
Flood?
Yes.
Kelch? Yes. Barnett?
Yes.
And Curtis?
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to old business,
I don't think there is.
we have none.
No.
And then moving on to new business, We have the parking lot site plan approval procedure. And I'm going to ask Lynn to speak on that first.
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, the Planning Commission approved the site plan with a few adjustments that they can do in-house on Tuesday night. Jim Sharp is our engineer, and he just wanted me to ask the board what their pleasure was. He encouraged us to put the bid on Mitten, which I think the townships use regularly, and he can help format what he'll put on, what we'll end up putting on there, and it basically will take the vendors to his website, which they can access the drawings and the site plans to do the bid. He suggested having it open for 2 weeks. He said it's up to the board if we should put it into the review or the leader or not, and then we can receive the bids and then bring them back for our June meeting on June 15th for the board to approve the bid vendor.
Question, do we also make sure that our local contractors know about that?
Yes, and I will.
Are in the mid?
No, I will, he said that it's fine to let our, like Birmingham Seal Coat are the ones
Yeah.
that did the first bid, so he said to let the local people that had done the bids before, make them aware of the bid and where they're at. So it's just up to the board.
Lynn brought out that we don't, it's optional if we want to advertise locally, but I think we all feel that it should be done locally, and
Okay.
as well as the direct contacts, if Jim's got the opportunity.
Right, and Jim suggested that he builds it all into one, so that whoever's bidding on it, it's not just for the pavement, they have to do the landscaping, the lighting, they have to do a whole package, so that made it a lot easier for me. I didn't realize that was an option, so instead of me doing it, being the general contractor, they're taking care of the whole process, so is there any concept?
Carl raised his hand.
Just curious, does this go back into that grassy area?
Yeah, so it
We're
goes
gonna be picking up quite a bit more parking then.
about 90,000 square feet of additional space, so we'll have about 88 parking spots, so that will be a big improvement for us, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes almost back to where the power lines are, and then we'll have the fuel center back there. And the fuel center is just dropped in after everything's done. So they'll have a concrete slab in the middle with a ballast, and then the company that we choose will just come with a crane and just place the above-ground fuel tank. It'll be a 1,000-gallon fuel tank that they'll just place after it's all done. Yeah.
Right. Mr. Wakefield?
Were you going to advertise in the Oxford Leader?
The leader and the review, both?
Would you think it's a good idea to advertise multiple times, not just once or twice? Because if you do it Thursday, could be missed. If you do it 2 Thursdays in a row, I don't know what the cost is, but sure wouldn't hurt. That'll give you time to still review.
We have a 2-week window for the bids. So
It'd be tight.
it would be tight for, under the best of circumstances, so I'm not sure, it's
It's up to you guys.
board decision, well, it's a board decision. Lynn's given us recommendation that she and the engineer have talked about it, so we'll pass a motion when it's made, hopefully. Anything else, Lynn, that you wanted to,
No, if there's any other
Okay.
comments or suggestions that you have.
right?
Well, should I make a motion that we would allow the manager or Lynn to handle the advertising and get back with us? Hopefully we have a bid at the next meeting.
But we're going to go out on the bid now.
Yeah, going out on the bid.
Plus, we're going to do the local advertising. How many times that in your motion?
It's up to Lynn. That's why I'm saying it'll be up to Lynn to decide. She knows what the envelope's going to be to get it done.
Okay.
If possible. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Who opens the bids up? Did you make a motion?
Yes.
I'll second the motion, then we can have a discussion. How's your bid process work when you open up your bids?
This is kind of new for us, so.
Do
To
we-
do it, and, I mean, we've always just done it in-house, but we can do it at the board meeting if you want. We
Well,
can.
I'm just curious. I know how we do it.
The board's preference,
We just
Mr.
got
Curtis.
2 or 3.
We
there.
found out in writing some grants, some of the questions were, do you have a procurement policy letter in state? Do you have one?
No.
Okay, so if you don't open them publicly at a certain time with witnesses,
Yep.
you're setting yourself up.
So it's better just to do it at the board meeting, just have it
It's better
ready.
to have a procurement
We'll have it-
policy
Okay.
in place that specifies
Yes.
that bid openings will be done at time of
I'm gonna modify.
10 o'clock on Thursday, June 10th. I don't know what the hell June 10th is, but
Okay,
I'll modify my motion to have the bids opened at the next board meeting.
yes. Okay,
So the bids will be publicly reviewed, opened and reviewed at the regular June meeting.
The June
June
15th.
15th,
June
yes.
15th.
I'll amend my second, yes.
Okay. Taking another step, anybody else got any other thoughts they want to express on it? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Lynn, do you have the conditions that you can read back so that we're all on the same page?
Okay, motion to have the manager advertise in local paper and on Mitten, and to have the bids opened publicly on the regular NOTA board meeting on June 15th at 4:30
With a 2-week bid window?
with 2-week, yep, bid window.
Okay, if everybody's on the same page, we'll have a roll call?
Sure. McDonald?
Yes.
Brakefield?
Yes.
Cyrowski?
Yes.
Flood?
Yes.
Couch? Yes. Barnett?
Yes.
Curtis?
yes.
On a related note, maybe the more sophisticated townships would have the sample procurement
Procurement
document
policy.
you could forward
We can.
to NOTA.
I think
Yeah.
ours
And
is the
Lynn, we
same
can
as
take a
ours.
look at it, and
Maybe put it in the next board meeting, yeah.
yeah,
You got rid of ours.
if not, we
Oh,
want to
yeah.
adopt it at some point and go from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing further on new business, is there?
No, nothing at all.
Okay, all right, then, public comments? Any comments? Hearing none. We've received the monthly rider and mileage reports.
Second.
All in favor of the motion to receive and file the monthly rider and mileage reports, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Okay, board member comments. Start with Ann.
No comments.
Yeah, I just noticed on the minutes that it showed that Chris Barnett was absent, and then he made a motion.
Oh, made a
Apologies on
mistake
that.
there.
Traffic's tough.
Last meeting.
That's a good catch, Carl. That's a good catch.
Yeah, no, thank you. So
I should adjust that one.
we have a motion then,
I was here at 4:33 today, guys, 3 minutes
Yeah,
late.
That's not bad.
And a half. 4:33 and a half.
okay. Let's, with the board's approval, we'll go back to the approval of the minutes and make the amendment to reflect the attendance for Supervisor Barnett. Are there any questions on, I'll make that motion to make that amendment. Is there a second?
If you did,
Mike, okay.
you did.
Mr. Brakefield. All in favor of the motion to amend the minutes as indicated, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, please say no. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you.
All right, board member comments?
I don't comment today.
Okay, Jack?
No.
Nope.
None tonight, thanks.
Mike, no thanks.
Okay, great.
All right,
Thank you.
everybody have a safe and happy summer.
I'll second.
That was at what time officially?
4:58?
4:54.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not the
you
right
were
one. Yeah,
fast.